Hello, everyone. Happy, beautiful Saturday. Welcome to our Quantum Field X39 Saturday training. My name is Peter No, Senior Presidential Director here with Lifewave, calling from Mexico, beautiful Mexico this morning. I have my beautiful co-host, Marcy Preble, who is also a Presidential Director here with Lifewave. How you doing this morning, Marcy?
Great, Peter. I'm so excited. You're in Mexico. You're traveling again. Wow. What a life.
Do remember back in the days when we're always on the go and every week we're like all over the place, but I can resonate with everybody because it is March now. And I think everybody can reflect on what has happened in the last 12 months or a year to our country and to a world where everything is shut down and kind of.
Oh, you're muted, Peter. Unmute yourself. You're muted. Where are you? There you go.
Okay. So as I was saying, because we're kind of celebrating the 1-year lockdown here, exactly in March last year, where the world was locked down, and I think today our training will be the topic of freedom, and I love that word. And as we're all kind of getting back to our routines, hopefully to our normal life, Marcy and I decided really today to start preparing our entire team now of what we will be doing for the next 90 days, starting in April, May, and June, where we will be having all our trainings starting next in April, where we will be talking about certain topics. So we're just preparing you now today with a very special training. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about, which is cash flow, really helping you to understand why you're doing this business, what are you building for in this business for your future, and how you can truly appreciate being in this industry and what it really means for leaving for your family, the legacy behind, the time and effort that you're really putting in this business, how much you're really leveraging it in the financial world. And actually going back now, because I'll be traveling a lot. So I'll be doing a lot of these webinars now on the road. And just to let everybody know, Marcy and I, before Lifewave or before the lockdown, our specialty was not webinars. It was not Zooms. I barely did any Zooms in my previous life, but I did so much traveling. But I think now, as we're coming back, I would love to just blend in both and just show everybody really how simple, how much leveraging you have by building this. And because we're in a health company, right? How much of your health, now that you're getting back your health, that you should really go enjoy it, okay? Take your time and really enjoy what we're doing here as far as your health, but also creating wealth. So if anybody has a pencil ready or pens ready, paper ready,
Calculator.
calculators ready, okay? Kathy, no sound, turn it off and then come back in, okay, Kathy? So
should I share screen now? Are you ready for the first chart?
Actually, what I would like everybody to do is write down the next few weeks, because starting in April, May, and June, every Saturday, we are breaking down our new training topic, and we will go heavily into these 4 topics. And the reason why we do this is because when you bring on a brand new partner now, when they hang out with us in the gym for the first 30 days, for the first 4 weeks, and every day they join our daily webinars and our weekly trainings, by the time they're done with our first 30 days, they will be fully knowledgeable not only about Lifewave, but about how to build their life, how to leverage the tools and the people that we have on our team, and how to truly duplicate a system. And that will go into literally our cash flow quadrant, or our cash flow quadrant that we would like to train today. So you can truly appreciate and see that everything you do here is leveraging towards your future. And you will be shocked of how much you are really, really worth. Are you all excited to know how much you're really, really worth? Okay. So I want everybody to write down the first, starting in April, the first weeks of every month. Okay. The first week, we're doing the 331 training every first Saturday of the month. The second Saturday of the month, we are doing all recognition. So our leaders will be recognizing our teams. You individually, you'll be recognized to help your teams to be recognized. So it'll be a full-blown, beautiful recognition week every second week of the Saturday. The third week of the Saturday, we are talking about cash flow or the compensation plan. So anything that has to do with compensation plans or how to build your business through cash flow will be talked on the third week. And the
back
fourth
office,
week,
right? And back office.
and back office.
How
That
to put
is
the
always
orders in to make the call.
correct.
Okay, good. Just
Correct.
making-
Anything that has to do with the business on the back end will always be on the third week. And then on the fourth week, our favorite Dr. Harmon and Stavi Vargas will be teaching the science call every fourth week. So
And
every
Peter,
week,
just so they know, the fourth week, the science call will now be the 10 a.m. spot. We're not doing a 10 a.m. and 11. Is that correct?
correct. So what we love to see everybody is we are tightening up our training. We do not want more of your time, as we're leveraging now every single leader because our team is just growing so fast. Every month there will be new presenters training on those topics. So guess what? Marcy and I can go on vacation now. No, just kidding. No, we're not. But we're really just elevating our leadership now. And because we have so many leaders here that are just growing so fast. And our topics, as you can see, are so simple. We've been doing everything the same for the last year. And Marcy, do you know it's almost our 1-year anniversary when we started these webinars just 12 months ago?
I thought we've been now 2 years in the biz.
No, we only been a year and a half. I started in September of 2019. So
Where does
it's
the
only
time go?
18 months. Okay. So we've only been locked down for a year. And ever since the lockdown last year, we started our entire webinar system. And this year, because it's a 1-year anniversary, for the next 12 months, literally you will just see our whole team doing the webinars because again, we are growing and we're leveraging. So I am excited. Are you ready to go for our training now?
I am, and I'm excited. Oh my goodness. This is the best team ever.
So,
and let me get this, give me 1 second, Peter, to get everything up. That just takes me a minute to share screen. Okay, and Peter, here we go.
Okay, everybody. And I'm sure if anybody has not heard of Robert Kiyosaki, okay? I mean, Robert Kiyosaki, probably almost 20 years now, he wrote a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. I remember watching him, reading him. He was like really my first financial literacy to help me understand what an employee is, right? What a self-employed does, how to become a true business owner, and then how to become an investor one day, right? But if you have not seen this today, congratulations. And if you have seen this and watched Robert Kiyosaki, Today, we're going to give you a huge comparison of how Lifewave is not only your ticket out to become a business owner, but it will be a ticket for you to become an investor. Okay. But in the shortest period of time, because again, why
And Peter, are you there? Am I the only one that's not?
I don't hear him either.
No,
Okay,
it's
so
Peter.
does everyone hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes.
Marcy.
Yes, we
Thank
hear
you.
you.
Okay, let's see if he comes back on. And if he comes back on, great. If not, I will, Peter, no, are you there from Mexico?
okay, can you not see me?
We can hear you now. You paused out. Now we see you again. And do you see the cash flow quadrant still on your screen? Hold on. And Peter, anybody, Wendy, can you unmute yourself, please? Did Peter go
Yes.
out again? Okay. So I'll go ahead and continue. And Wendy, stay with me if you don't mind
Okay.
on this. And let's see, 3 people entered the waiting room. Hold on, give me 1 minute, please. Let's just make sure everybody's joining in. And Wendy, I'm going to turn you into a, can I turn you into a co-host?
To let people in.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Peter is the host. And so he has to, Peter, are you back on? Give me 1 moment, please, and see. Unfortunately, I cannot turn you into a co-host because Peter, are you there? Okay, no problem. So
Yeah, Peter was on, then he went back off again.
okay, no problem. We're just gonna start up again and let's see. And I don't think
Kathleen's on here too.
okay, perfect. But unfortunately, I cannot. It's okay. We're going to get this back together here. And just 1 moment. And we're going to go with cash flow. And we'll just have a few moments. Okay.
Yay!
I'm back.
Great,
Okay.
great. And Peter, can you make Wendy a co-host just in case your technology in Mexico is a problem so she could admit in as I'm share screening? And Wendy, then I'll go ahead and let you admit in, and then we'll get started again, Peter. And thanks so much. Sometimes the technology in different countries are different. Yes.
I cannot make her a co-host. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not the host. You can. I think you can.
Okay, not a problem.
Peter's coming up as Dr. John Harmon now.
Okay.
No more tequila,
Yes,
Peter. No more tequila.
Actually, you're now the host. I just made you a co-host, Wendy. I was able to do that. Okay, let's start again. Here we go, Peter.
Perfect. So as I was saying, if you have watched Robert Kiyosaki and you've learned this already, he was the first person that really taught me how to understand where you are in your life and where you need to be or where you need to go as far as your business and your mindset. So with the raise of hand, how many people here have a job? Okay, great. Everybody started off as a job. I had a job, okay? The only thing we have to know though, if you have a job, you have no leverage because you're trading your time to make money. It's a transitional, a transaction every single day for the rest of your life, because we only have so much time in your life, but we can only earn so much. So if you have a job, you're just working for yourself. The second thing is, which was where I was when I owned my salons, right? At a very young age, I was self-employed. I also had no leverage because I could not walk away from my business for more than a week without things going haywire, right? So, and if you are self-employed today, congratulations, because you had to learn literally how to be responsible you were passionate about your trade, your field, whatever you were doing. But if you are feeling in your heart or some way, somehow, that you cannot walk away just like a job, it's because if you don't have a system, okay, you need a system to take place of you, right? And you can only make so much also being self-employed because, again, all the responsibilities on you, and 95% of the population that does is self-employed or has a job, that's pretty much 95% of the world, and they only reflect only 5% of the world's wealth. Okay, so
Peter,
if
can I
you're in
say
both of
something
these,
on that?
yes,
I just find it
Sure.
interesting as you're talking about employee and self-employed, that really those two quadrants are truly trading time for money. You work and you get some dollars. If you don't work, you get no money. There ain't no money coming in. And I love that you said that it's 95% of the population. That means 95% of us are in that quadrant. But what blew me away is when Robert said, but that only represents 5% of the wealth. That's a lot of people fighting for just a little bit of money, Peter.
totally. And that's why they call it a rat race, because you're constantly racing against time. And that's why, and now I want every single one of us on this call today, just imagine who your prospects are. 95% of the world, because 95% of the world wants a solution. They might have heard of a solution, but they might not have ever been presented a solution. So this is the first time where we can actually share a solution. And again, people have heard about network marketing, right? Because the dream is to buy back your time, buy back your freedom. But the one beautiful thing about what we have here is we are in a health technology at network marketing, meaning that once you get your health back, you will have energy to what? Be a business owner. We're not selling um, we're not selling insurance, or we're not selling other things outside of health, right? Because health to me, and that's why I've stuck in the health part of the network marketing for 15 years, because I knew when you make money, you're going to have to take care of your health, right? So I've always been looking and stuck in that space, been in the space. And every time in the last 10 years, Marcy and I have just grown bigger and bigger and bigger in this health technology space because we're in it and people come to us. So now, everyone, what do I always talk about? People. In Lifewave, people equates to points, points will equate to money. In cash flow quadrant, look at this, it's people, right? Because when you have a system or you own a system, you can leverage people that will equate to wealth. Let me repeat that again. If you spend your time building a system, and that system can work for you because you attract people. And that's why you have to make sure you find the right company that what people want. So I want to blow everybody's mind away with this quote. The reason why I believe we are going to be a billion-dollar brand here with Lifewave is because we have a solution for a billion people. Let me repeat that again. The reason why I believe Lifewave will be a billion-dollar brand is because we actually have a product that every human being in this world needs, because we all have cells, right? We're in the root of that. So if you take that power and you introduce it and you can attract people to you, and you have this beautiful system that we've built here in Lifewave that will literally help you, leverage you, present for you, train for you, and your job is to go get people. One day that will turn into cash flow, when you can be a solution for people's problems. That will equate to a transaction, and that transaction will create into cash as long as people are using your product or people are constantly joining you. So you have to become one day a business owner. And I will tell you, congratulations to all 115 of you here that are on this call, because you are constantly putting time into building a system together with us, right? And then when you learn how to create cash flow through this system with Lifewave, with our people, with our system, when you get that cash, guess what? One day you're going to be an investor, right?
Peter,
An
can I say something on the business
Yes.
owner before you move? I'm sorry, you're saying so many good things. I just want to add because I'm learning. So what's crazy, Peter, on the business owner is I just realized that a business owner owns a system, and they are 5% of the population, but 95% of the wealth. And guess what our system is, Peter? We have a system, 331. We patch
I
three
know.
a day, we follow up with 3 a day, and we invite one to Zoom. And that makes us business owners. And that makes us able to leverage many people to grow wealth. I mean, it all makes sense now, but I've never put what we do in quadrants before.
It's a beautiful thing. And just know, everyone, we have 5 wholesale packages, right? Each one of these packages opens up the door for you to be a business owner, whether you're coming in for $125 or you're coming in at the $15.99. Either way, the moment you sign someone up on the application or enroll someone, you have just created a business owner. So we will talk about all these ways of how to explain it during our 3rd week when we talk about the cash flow or we talk about our compensation plan. And we will use this cash flow quadrant to make sure that your business owners or your partners, when they come in, they get to feel empowered and bring so much value because they are learning how to become their own business owner. Okay.
I have a question too. At the top of this cash flow, it says linear income versus leveraged and residual income. So can you just explain the difference? Is linear income would be I go to work and I get paid, right? And if I don't work,
Correct.
I don't. But we're building in this business with our 331 system, leveraged and residual income. Is that right? So
You're 100% correct.
When we get paid every week, like on our cycling or our generation match, that's not linear because we get paid whether we work or not. Is that right? Am I understanding that?
You're 100% correct. The moment you enroll a person, that's called a linear, because you're you're literally trading time for money. You're doing a transaction. The moment your team is cycling, that is called residual and leveraged income. Because once you finish the transaction, how did you get paid the $50? How did you get paid the $100? How did you get paid the $1,000? That came from your teams. That's called leveraging people. But the first transaction you have to do is called linear, which is doing the transaction, making the sales. So we have 3 ways on how to guide you through your phases in your career. Everybody, we all, Marcy and I, Onyx, Dr. Ron, we all started in the beginning, which is linear, but because of the network marketing or because of Lifewave's compensation plan, we automatically teach you how to become a leveraged residual the moment you cycle. So that's why the first rank of a manager is literally your transition from a self-employed or to a business owner instantly. And then the last part of a compensation plan is called generation match. When you start matching on your cycling from your business partners, that is a true residual income where you can take that money now and become an investor and help that money work for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the business owner actually, network marketing to me, Peter, is a beautiful combination of all the quadrants working towards the business owner, which leverages people for income. And then pretty soon with Gen Match, It's just your money turns into money, I suppose.
Correct.
it.
Now, the only thing here is I want everyone to take this weekend, really assess yourself. Where are you at in your life? Really take a look at what part of this quadrant you're in, and then ask yourself, how much time do you really can you really put into here to become a business owner, which you are? Because if you're joining us every day on our daily webinars, if you're joining us on this training this weekend, if you're with us for 5 hours a week or 5 to 10 hours a week, learning how to become a business owner, isn't that the most leveraged time you can do for yourself? And then the most fulfilling part is the more you share, the more you're helping people with their health, but then in return, you're also helping them with their wealth. So we have truly a best health and wealth program. And how do we know? Because in the last 18 months or a year and a half being here, we have helped thousands and thousands of people with their health. And now we're helping hundreds and hundreds of people create true wealth, because it starts with health first. And then when you can share this program and become a business owner with the system, then you will create wealth. Okay. Some people just don't want wealth yet. They're happy with their health, which is what we have. But then I know a lot of us here, we want wealth, right? We want legacy wealth. We want residual wealth. Now, I'm here in Mexico. I'm here with my friends. They already are investors. They already created residual income. We're here to look at some land out here in Mexico, right? Because one day we're going to take our money we're making today, and we have to leverage and use that to make money for us. So,
wow. So you're taking
yeah,
some of the residual that you're making from a business owner, some of that 95% of the wealth, and you're going to invest it in like real estate, which would create even more, I guess, what you would call residual or leveraged income. Yes.
yes. And it's called assets. You're just going to learn how to build assets, right? And assets could be in many ways. Assets could be assets, homes. Assets could be a business that keeps on paying you. So, surprise, surprise, by you building your business here with us, this asset right here, which is called your Lifewave business account, is constantly paying you, just like a real estate, just like an investment, just like a stock, just like a business that pays you when you're not there. So the imagination of what we're doing here, couple hours a week every day, is going to build your B and your I. And you don't even know that until today, we want to make sure that we all understand how this quadrant works, because we are going to empower you for the next forever now. Okay.
So my question, Peter, is like on the business owner, like we've been in LifeVantage for about 15 months and have about 8,000 people
Lifewave.
now. Lifewave, and have about 8,000 people now in our business. But like let's just think about Apple and Steve Jobs. Like, I don't think I would have ever thought I could have a business that big, leveraging all those people and employees and the money that would cost. But really, with Lifewave, we kind of have the same thing. I mean, network marketing is this interesting middle ground that allows you to build really big business without a lot of capital.
Again, it is the most leveraged tax benefit industry to be in. All right. Actually, being a business owner in the network marketing industry is so much more powerful to me that I've ever seen, because you're not putting out any capital, rarely. You're literally, your personal consumption in your own health is paying for your business forever. So
Amazing.
while you're getting healthy, spending $4 a day of your patches, That $4 a day is going to build literally your whole business system. And one day we are going to teach you how to become an investor. And the only thing you need to learn is what? The 3-3-1. Learn how to share this the proper way. And you are well on your way now for the rest of your life now. How beautiful is that today?
Wow, what a training, Peter. Thank you for explaining. And you know, Robert Kiyosaki is like super famous in the world of financial. And to be able to really learn how he looks at how we can be financially free, and then you put it in network marketing terms, it's just wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, I saved the best for last. So I want to share now with everyone what you're building. And I actually want to bring up Bob and Amy after I share this to share their story of how quickly they have built this business. Okay. Or if Savi's on the line, or if Bob and Amy. So everyone, take out your pen and pencil. Okay. I would love for you to understand the power of this income comparison. Now, with the raise of hand, okay, how many people here have cycled $50 before? Awesome. How many people have cycled $100 before? How many are cycling $100 a week? Okay. Now, the reason why I'm asking this, it doesn't matter how long it took you. Remember, this is a health and wealth program. You're just using product for your health anyways now, but you're sharing this. I want to take your energy, because I want you to understand every time when you share to someone, that person can add on to your retirement plan. Every single person that comes into your business is adding on to your business system, to your retirement forever. That's why I'm so excited, because now I want to show you the numbers. Now, if you're earning $100 a month, and remember, our compensation plan is a weekly plan, okay? So you can times that by 4, okay? So if you're earning $100 a week, I'm only giving you a comparison if you're earning $100 a month on this one, okay? Now, Marcy, everybody, take out your calculator. If you're earning $100 a month, that means if you're earning that residually without you doing anything, okay? That means you have $24,000 in the bank that is earning 5% in interest.
Wait. Let me do the math. So what do I do? 24,000 times.
So you take 24,000, you times it by 0.05, which is
That's
5%.
Okay.
That is $1,200 a year. So if you have 24,000 in the bank, that's paying you 5% in interest. And I'll tell you, everyone, no bank is paying 5% interest in today's times, okay? So you'll be lucky if you get 1% now or something. But if you're making 5% a year, you are earning $100, $1,200 a year. You take $1,200 and divide it by 12 months. That is $100 a month that you're earning on your money.
You're telling me that earning $100 a month in cycling, which many of us are doing, is like having $24,000 in the bank?
Earning 5%. Now,
oh my gosh.
If you're not earning 5%, you do the math, everyone. Check out what your investment, what your home, what your bank, your savings account, your IRAs, your mutual fund. Go check out how much they're paying on an annual basis, okay? And then you can totally understand. But how long did it take you to build your 401k? How long did it take you to build your mutual fund and your annuities? How long did it take you to build your Social Security or retirement? Many decades, okay? We are having people that are doing this in their first week, the first month, even the first 90 days, okay? So I want everyone to know. So the 5% comes from anywhere. Whoever's paying you 5% interest, that is what you're going to earn. So the 5% is coming from
Next one.
anywhere.
Okay. Tell me, it's 240,000 in the bank. How does that work?
So now, everyone, if you are earning $1,000 residually in Lifewave or in any network marketing company, that equates to you having $240,000 in your bank, earning 5%. For you to get 1,000 a month or 12,000 a year. Now, there's only two problems again, Marcy. Number one, what bank is paying you 5% interest, and who here has saved up 240,000 in cash in their bank?
I don't have that.
I don't. I'll tell you, I don't. Okay.
But real quickly, Peter, that's $1,000 a month, but we get paid weekly, so it's really $250 a week is really the same as for us as having 240,000 in the bank, right?
Correct. So if you're earning $250, 5 cyclings a week, you have just built $250,000 in asset that's paying you. That is like an investment. That's like a $240,000 real estate that is paying you 5% a year. Okay. How beautiful is that, Marcy?
It's beautiful. And
how many people do we know on our teams?
Tons.
We have tons. If everybody checks their first, second, and third generation, if you go into your back office and you start seeing your first generation, your second generation, your third generation earning $50, $100, $200, $300, this is called residual wealth. Now, Marcy and I, we've only been here for 18 months, 19 months, a year and a half, 1 year and a half. And this residual here says 10,000 a month. Okay. Most of us already, not most of us. Some of us are already doing 10,000 a week. Okay.
Wait. So 10,000 a week would be 40,000 a month. So that's like over 9 million. In an asset.
So if you take that in an asset, that means, Marcy, we already have built between a $9 million asset or possibly a $30 million business already in less than a year and a half of residual incomes that we have done already. So we only say this so we can motivate everyone to understand. Now, before I bring up the last, now let's show everyone now the next, the rank charts.
Oh, absolutely.
To show where you're at.
Before we do that, Peter, I just want to, I have one last question, because I think it's very doable that a lot of us have a $600,000 asset in our bank, because that's $2,500 a month, but in Lifewave, we get weekly. So that's like making $625 a week, right? Just so I understand the number.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. So anybody here that is already earning $500 a week, $500 a week here at Lifewave with us, you have just created a $500,000 asset that is literally paying you $2,000 a month here. That's a $500,000, and that's at 5%. So be proud, know these numbers, understand it, because sometimes we don't appreciate the small numbers. But if you understand from this mindset of what you have created in that short period of time, whether it took you 3 months to make that, 6 months to make that, 9 months, or even a year. What if it takes you 2 years to learn how to build 2,000 a month? That is much better than trying to save 600,000 in cash and trying to look for a bank that's going to pay you 5% on that money. Because remember, we all have to become an investor one day, or a true real business owner where you can walk away. So Marcy, in our business, we cannot walk away yet, but we don't want to walk away yet. So how much more time do we still have to build this business and keep on adding to our wealth?
Plenty of time, because honestly, Peter, the cycling, to be a senior director, you can make up to $25,000 a week. That's a week. That's over $100,000 a month. And in Gen Match, I believe it's unlimited, right? So that I mean, if $9.5 million asset is at $10,000 a week, right? I mean, then that
Yes.
must be almost like a $25 million asset that you're creating if you are
Pretty
maxing
much.
out, right? Am I thinking that right?
You're thinking totally right. Now, Kathy, I want to answer your question. No, Lifewave does not pay you out 5%, everyone. The 5% comes from an investment, okay? Just to let everybody make sure, the 5% is not paid by Lifewave. We are giving you a comparison. If you earn this kind of income in Lifewave, that's like you having this much amount of money in the bank earning 5%. So the
Right.
5% can come from your bank, your investments, whatever. You have to give that comparison. We're not saying Lifewave is paying you 5%, okay? Lifewave is actually paying you 54% out of every dollar you bring in. So I'd like to
Peter,
talk about this really quick.
let's do an analogy for people. I think this will help for me anyway. So as a director, Peter, I could make $2,500 a week. That's the maximum I can make, right? And $2,500 a week is how much in a month, right?
10,000.
10,000. So remember that. So in this comparison, right, that 10,000 would be $2.4 million asset. So as a director, if I'm making $2,500 a week, I have the ability to build a $2.4 million asset. Did I think that right?
You're 1,000% correct. If you learn how to reach to the level of director, if you learn how to maximize the whole potential of a director to cycle, which is 2,500 a week, that's the most you can make on the cycling. If you times that by 4, that's 10,000 a month. If you are just a director, okay? Please, everyone, take your time and watch this webinar over and over again to make sure you understand the power and the leveraging of this. Now, I know we don't have too much time left, Marcy. I want to bring up Bob real quick. Bob Campbell, are you on the line? Can you unmute yourself? Or Amy? Bob or Amy?
I'm here.
Bob, can you tell us, you've been in the industry for many decades. You have been with us for how long now?
Just about 1 year, almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year, Bob. Can you tell me, or can you tell us just a rough estimate? What is your highest check that you have made in a month already here with Lifewave?
In a month or in a week?
We can do it. Let's do a month. What's the
Okay.
highest you've made in a month?
I think about 12,000.
Bob, you have built in less than a year, you've already made more than 12,000 in a residual income, and that equates to a $2.4 million machine or asset or business that is paying you every month now. Can you explain to our partners here what that feeling is like, or how to look at it from your point of view, because you're so experienced in the finance?
Yeah, I'll be happy to share. So, and I want everybody to know, in 1973, I opened my own business. It was a fire alarm and burglar alarm business. And it cost me in 1973, the first month, over $10,000 to open that business. And within 1 year, I was out of business.
Wow.
And I probably worked 7 days a week.
Mm.
Whereas here, because of the leveraging aspect, Amy and I were able to build to this kind of income, and this will probably be a bigger month than the 12,000. But we keep. Amy was saying the other day that our money doubles every 3 months. Every 3 months, and so, and we're not doing anything differently, and we're not working anywhere near as hard as I did when I worked in 1973 in my own company, because I had bought myself a job when I opened my own business. So, and people don't, I think I want everybody to stop and think about this. If you earn $100 a week, if you get to that point, and if you're struggling, call me, Marcy, Peter, Amy. We'll give you some guidance. That's what we're here for. That's our job, is to help you guys get to where you want to be. But if you just earn $100 a week, guys, that's $5,200 a year. You can go on a very nice vacation and take 2 of your friends with you, for doing, and when you're doing that. So also, if you get customers, if you can get customers and you get 20 customers, that's another $400 a month every month that they order. And that's called residual. You only had to work one time to get that, but it keeps coming and coming and coming. You don't have that in a traditional business or in a job. So also, Peter, if you don't mind, I want to say this. I told Amy when we started, this company, and by the way, guys, I had over $500,000 in assets, and I didn't lose every penny, but I spent every penny of that on my mom and my son when they got ill. So I went from $500,000 to zero, and then had to get a home equity on my property to pay off the last of their medical bills.
Mm.
So this company has given me the ability to pay off almost everything I've owed. And now I'm going to start building my income again. So, or building my savings again. So, and I'm actually going to invest, because you can't make 5% anywhere. So
Yeah.
put some effort forth. You must put effort forth. You must learn what we're doing here. And if you get on all the Zooms and listen to all the trainings, it will then come to you. In the beginning, we're underpaid. We're grossly underpaid for the time we put in. But if you continue to put in that same amount of time, pretty soon you're overpaid. Believe me, Amy and I don't want to speak for Amy. I'm overpaid. I'm overpaid for what I do. And what a wonderful feeling that is. So keep overpaying me. But I put in the time in the beginning to get to where we are now. Amy probably hasn't helped at all in this whole program. I'm teasing. Of course I'm teasing. So Amy's the rock. But if that makes sense, I hope that helps everybody understand. But we're here. Our job is to help you get to where you are. If you're struggling, call us. Tell us what's going on, why you may be having an issue, because we want you to enjoy this leverage that we're enjoying right now.
So Bob, it sounds to me that you went from 1973 from an employee that was trading time for money to having some money at one point, but having a ton of medical bills. So losing all your assets, and like, what are you going to do now? And network marketing is just this beautiful place that doesn't take a lot of capital, that you can become a business owner again. And now you're moving back into the investor quadrant. Like, you are the perfect example of this entire 4 squares.
Yeah. I've done the whole circle, and it's not good to have zero money in savings at 72 years old. That is not a good feeling. So this is open up now. And the other aspect of this, Marcy and Peter, and everybody on the line, is this: we have a product that can help everyone's health. There's nobody else. I've never seen a product like this ever. And Amy said this to me after we got started the first month. She goes, Bob, If we don't share this with people, it's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. So
Well, and
you can't
I
hurt anybody when you share this. It's up to them what they do with it. But it
And I
is
love-
our obligation to share it with people.
I love
So-
what you said about you worked really hard in the beginning in this business. And you said, I think you said, sometimes people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what you're going to create in 5 years. And I think
That's
that
correct.
that is the big lesson on cash flow.
That's correct. And because I understand numbers, I can't turn the numbers off in my head. I understood that when I saw this, and I told Amy, I said, Amy, this is our next $1 million company because of the pay. There's no back end money. Almost every other network marketing company has what we call back end money, where you get only 1% of the people ever get to the big back end money that the company holds to keep the leaders there. We don't have that here. All of our money is in upfront and in the middle, which means everyone has the opportunity to make this kind of income. Everyone. I've never seen that. That is wonderful.
That's so great, Bob. And Peter, could you unmute yourself? Because I know that we're on the, we have a few more minutes left, and you were talking about what our next goal is, our 90-day push to senior director. What do you mean by that? Are we using our 331 system to do that? And how does that relate to the asset at a senior director level that we are building as 3,500 a week and 14,000 a month?
So everyone, starting in March, April, May, and June, not only will we support you to restart or start where you're at in your phase in your business, but we will be helping you with promotions. We're going to help you, guide you through every 30 days now to make sure that you're growing to a manager. You can grow to a director, and you can possibly hit a senior director level if you just follow our steps. And we're going to do everything possible in the next 90 days to promote you, to train you, to hold your hand, guide you through this process. And if you do reach this goal, and we're going to do it as a team together, what if we can set everybody financially free every 90 days? And I've told Bob and Amy and all the leaders here, and even with Marcy here, our income doubles every 90 days because our volume doubles every 90 days because people are coming into our business every 90 days. So once you start this ball rolling or the seed planted, it will keep on growing with or without you, but you have to start the ball. You have to grow the seed. So we are starting that together because now we are so strong. We have built such a strong foundation. And thank you, Christina. Yes, it is a community here with us. We have people joining us all around the world now. We have leaders that come into our program and they're like blown away by how simple it is, by not much time they have to put into the tools because we already created the system for you. It's just now for you to plug in, save time, help people, guide them for every step along the way. And now, today, you can see the full potential of how much you are worth, what your value is to our community, and what, if you don't know what you're working for, sometimes it doesn't motivate you. Let today give you the number to motivate you, right? And build for the future. So everyone, and I'll also leave with this. Again, I heard this the other day. To become a billionaire, okay, to become a billionaire, you need to have a solution for 1 billion people. I'll repeat that again. To become a billionaire in today's times, you have to have a solution for 1 billion people.
Wow.
How many people do you know that have cells? How many people do you know that need stem cells, right? So how many people, Bob, do you know that wants health, especially in today's times?
Yeah, who doesn't?
everybody, we are in such a perfect timing of not only a business, but the world is ready for us. We just need to shine the light, and how simple it is for everyone not to train by just peeling off a patch and sticking it on and just follow up because you care. That is our motto. That is what we've done since day one. But from now, starting in April, we're going into our next level of training because we're going to work less and make more. Let me repeat that again. We're going to work less, leverage more, and make more. Okay. So, Marcy, I'm going to pass it back on to you. And we're going to conclude our call. And next month, we will have this cash flow quadrant beautifully printed out, new designs, so we can have webinars so you can share this beautiful recording with all your new business builders. We're going to hold your hands every 4 weeks at a time so you can learn the 331. You will be recognized for your efforts. You will be such a smart financial by learning our compensation plan, and you will be on top of the science by learning it from our doctors on the call. What a beautiful system that we're creating right here. So, Marcy, I'm going to pass it back on to you.
I have chills today, you guys. Like, I'm just like, I've always known that this is a beautiful business, but today it's like you took it, Peter, to like a whole nother level. And to be a billionaire, you need to be able to have a solution for 1 billion people. I mean, I'm never going to forget that. And yes, we will create this as a one-sheet flyer. We'll have it on startx39biz.com with the recording. I think it's a financial lesson for people. I think we're all learned a lot today. And next week, we will go back to the basics, and we're going to train that system on how to create assets for ourselves. And the system is very simple. It's patch 3 a day, follow up with 3 a day, and invite one to Zoom to create a financial asset. And we can be on the right-hand side of that quadrant. Peter, thank you so much for being our leader. We just love you. And with that, I'm good. See you guys Sunday at 1 o'clock Pacific. And we will have our beautiful Beanie Casey and Amy Holmesy, and they will do the X39 review and testimonial. Once again, that's Sunday, same Zoom ID at 1 o'clock Pacific. Peter, back to you to close.
I want to close with this. I see some beautiful people, our partners all around the world. All this will always be recorded on our it'll always be posted on our Telegram. We love for you to come live, and just know, everyone, we are lighting up the world, okay? This is not just the United States. We have beautiful partners joining us, and we are just getting started. Our company's model, our messaging, our slogan for Lifewave is what? Road to a billion. We're on our way to a road to a billion. So I'm enjoying this beautiful journey with everyone. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow and next week. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday as I'm going to enjoy mine.
Bye,
Bye,
thank
everybody.
you. Great call.
Great call.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you,
Love you
Peter.
guys.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Peter. Thank you, Marcy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye,
Peter.
guys.
Thank
Thank you.
Marcy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Peter.
Daylight saving times.